Hey, my name's Owen,
I'm Collin.
and we are from TC Blitzball.
So today we are going to be recapping 2024, giving a little intro to the 2025 TC Blitzball season. Then we'll talk about the teams and the draft in depth. Then we'll follow that up with some players to watch, some under the radar solid players. And then we'll end it up with a little game that we'll explain later.
Well, game.
Game.
All right, let's start it off. 2024 was, uh,
It didn't
yeah,
go how we wanted it to. Exactly.
I
But it was
think
a good start.
def. I would not agree with that. It's a good finish. It is not a good start.
I mean, like, it was a good start to the channel. But yeah.
Oh yeah. There you go. At least we got stuff going. So we started off kind of just me and Leon. We just like, oh, this blitzball thing's fun. Why don't we start a blitzball league? We got a couple of our friends,
35 of them.
yeah, so that ended up turning into 35 of them. So 35 people said they wanted to be part of the league. So about a week later, we do a draft. We have like six full rounds. It's great. Everything looks insane. Everybody's just into it. Literally everybody was in the VC or not VC. What I just called a VC. What the heck?
Everybody
Everybody
like
was
everybody was in the call except for me.
everybody was on the FaceTime when we did it, and that was just insane. Like we had a good 20 people in the call while we were drafting, and like every time someone get drafted, everybody would clap. It was insane. It was pretty good. So then I sent a message. Everybody tried to schedule games. As I thought everybody, I meant me and Leon. We were the only two who actually like scheduled a game. Uh, but we found out very quickly that pretty much everybody just had conflicting schedules, and there wasn't really anybody who could ever play a game until like months later. So that
And
was
and we
a
didn't really
big
like
problem.
yeah, it was a problem, but we didn't really like think of it too much. We were like, oh, during the summer, because that was all during
Yeah,
the spring. That was like March when we drafted,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah. We were just like, oh well, once baseball season's over, we'll be able to start getting games going.
And boy, were we wrong.
Boy, were we wrong.
Yeah. So then during the summer, everybody's on vacation. There's no teams that can do it. At the end of the summer, actually, we were able to get one game in. That's the one on YouTube. It's the Mallards versus Lumberjacks game. And that game, four people showed up. So
For a whopping 4 out of 35.
yeah, and I mean, it was a good game because we were able
It
to
was,
test things out and like,
and we just kind of see how everything works.
yeah, I think our peak from this season. I don't know if you agree with this, but was that first tournament we played
Oh,
where
for sure.
like tons of people showed up.
We had at least 7, 8 people show up to that
Yeah,
one.
and we're
Like
calling that
everyone was there.
tons,
It
but
was it was great. It
yeah,
was real great.
that was a fun tournament too. It wasn't like it was boring. Like I had a homer off of Will. There was your
Oh,
homer
like
off of
everything
me.
happened, and
Leo hit a
and
walk off
there
off me.
there were some great moments, just great videos. Go ahead, and watch them if you'd like to. Yeah. This is kind of when everything started to pick up. And keep in mind, this is about 2 weeks before school starts. So we started this like towards the end of the school year. So
For the
the end
summer.
of the school year in the summer, like maybe like 3 weeks before, we probably have the draft going on the last week of school, maybe. And we don't
Yeah.
get things started until a week or two before the next school year started. So that's just an entire summer that nothing happened.
Yeah. So that was pretty unproductive. We did start getting productive though because we needed videos, and so we did those competitions for the number one rank and stuff. Where that was
Uh-huh.
really good for us. I mean, not good for me. I got crushed, but
You got killed. Yeah, the ranking gauntlet.
yeah, that was that was awesome.
That was awesome. We
That's
kind of got through all that, and then we decided that, hey, why don't we run another tournament? So at that point, we kind of just cut our numbers down. We just said, who's into this? Who do we know really wants to be here and isn't just here because one of their friends said, I'm going to do this blitzball thing.
Yeah.
We made a list of I think 10 people, 12 people. Just sent out a message, say, hey, we're going to run another tournament. Whoever wants to show up, go ahead. Here's when we're doing it. We just found a day that worked for about 6 of us. Then we went to the field, and I wouldn't say it's something we've kind of forgot about, but one thing that I guess we kind of knew going into it. We started this tournament quite late. I think around 3:30, 2:45 maybe. But we didn't start playing games until like 3 o'clock, which in the fall the sun sets at like 4:30 in here in Minnesota in the Twin Cities. So we started playing. We got through 2 games real good, and then people had to start leaving to go eat dinner. And so Will left. He was supposed to be my teammate, but he left. So I had to play Collin and Leon just by myself. That video never got released because something that also happened during that game was the sunset. So towards the end, no one could see the ball. The camera didn't see anything because it's pitch black out. And it kind of just became a disaster. So we just kept trying to schedule, and nothing really came out of it. So that's kind of where we stand today.
Yeah, that last game was that last like inning of that last game was terrifying. You're throwing your slider, it looks like it's gonna hit me in the head, and it hits the strike zone, and it looks like it never came back. I don't even know
That
anything.
was not a great blitzball game.
Not a great blitzball game. So that's why we're like, oh, we're gonna find a schedule to re-record this. We found a date actually, and then somebody dropped out last second, and then we
Yeah.
never.
And then after that, then another person dropped out, and then after that, of course, and it's just a chain reaction. Nobody shows up then. So
Yeah.
that's 2024 for you. How about 2025? What do we have in store?
2025. I think this year we're gonna be a lot more careful with which players we let consistently play.
And
Like,
we're not just gonna let everybody who wants to be team captain make their own team. We're not
yeah.
just gonna let 6 teams be a thing because that is what we did. We let 6 people have their own team. So
And if we're lucky this year, we could get four, but I think we're planning on
I think we're planning
three.
on three. Three is
And
how it seems so
and
far.
four would be better because like, you can have each team, you could have
Even.
like a semifinals. It's even, yeah. Even numbers are better. And three just feels weird. But three might be how it has to go. And that's because if you've been watching your videos, the top three ranked players in the league, me, Leon, Owen, in that order, three, two, one.
We are all just far and away. I don't want to say better, but just we just are better.
I
Like,
think I think a big part of it is because we have more experience with blitzball because
oh yeah,
like Drew's a really good baseball player, hasn't translated too well into blitzball yet.
not yet, but he has not played much. So
Yeah.
I think part of that is just going to be getting games going, just starting it, just having games happen. So that's part of the reason why we're going to do. We're going to start with 3. So we're just going to see what we can get. I think right now we're planning to have 12 to 15 players. We have 12, 10 to 12 who we know will for sure be able to do it. We're just going to do a little bit more recruiting here in the coming weeks and just get as many players as we can, unless we get up to like 20 players who we know every single one of them is going to be able to show up pretty often. I'm pretty sure we're just going to stick to three teams.
Well, I say we haven't really even talked about this yet, but I'm just bringing this up for the first time. I say if we get 16 players, we go for.
16-4. Don't hate it. Why not? Give
Yeah.
it a go. And yeah, if we get there, we'll get there. But as it seems at the moment, we're going to have 3 teams, and the captains are going to be Owen, Leon, Collin.
All right, and on to our next topic. Owen, do you want to tell them about the draft and how it's going to work? Because we've mentioned the
Yeah, we're
captain
kind of, we're kind of on there right now. So 3 teams, obviously. Unless we get 4, then we're probably going to have Drew be a captain just because he's the next in line. But 3 teams, 3 rankings. So obviously, with me being the 1 seed, I should be at some disadvantage in the draft, and Leon should have a little bit more. Colin should have the most advantage during the draft. So what we've decided is that for the draft, we'll do a spin wheel, kind of like a draft lottery, but everybody's going to be in the lottery. So Colin is going to get 3 out of the 6 bids. Leon will get 2 out of the 6, and me, Owen, I'll get 1 out of the 6. So Colin's going to have a 50% chance of getting the number 1 overall pick. Leon's going to have a 33% chance of getting the number 1 overall pick, and I'll have a 16% chance of getting the 1 overall pick.
That's some pretty good math there. Uh, so yeah, I like that way of drafting, no bias. Maybe it was maybe I purposely lost those 2 games. let's not start some theories, but you never know.
Oh, that did not happen. He tried his hardest, and he got his butt kicked by me and Leon.
Yeah, I did try my hardest in those games.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a different experience for me personally because last draft, it was kind of that feeling like, oh, where am I going to go in the draft?
You went number 2 overall.
I was shocked I went second overall. I was also shocked of the person who went first overall.
Oh, yeah. That was just people were being weird back then.
He was on the roof.
Drew didn't go until number, 6 or 5 or 6?
Who?
Drew didn't go to me.
Drew was 3.
Drew was 3. I had the 3rd pick. And then 4th, I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was like
some
the other Collin.
Yeah, that guy. Whoever that is.
No, but I think I've played on his team like for a few games, and he was a pretty solid baseball player. So it would have been cool if he showed up to a few games.
I doubt he will, though.
Yeah, probably not.
All right, here we go. Next topic. Collin, take it away.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it away. So now we're going to each give 2 players from this league who you guys might not know well as good players. You guys might be a little like these people might go over your head, a little under the radar, you know? And so Owen and I will each give 2 players and kind of explain why you should be watching them next year.
Players to watch.
Players to watch.
So, may I go first?
You can go first.
So, the first player I'm going to pick, I think he didn't really have much of a showing in the tournaments just because both of the games kind of went by pretty quick. He really figured out pitching a blitz because it's the first time I've ever played blitzball, baseball player. Of course, he's a baseball player. And he really kind of figured out this blitzball thing pretty quick. You know, his first 2 at-bats, he was kind of all over the place, but he really started shrinking the zone. He figured out, he got really locked in. He got actually really accurate towards the end. Most of his pitches ended up being strikes. And he also got a good bat. He's got great contact. And I think if he just spends a little bit more time on it, he could be top 5 in the league. That player I'm talking about is Mr. Christopher. Yeah. He's that's all I'm going to say. He is.
Yeah, while watching him play, obviously he showed some good pitching skills after he started to lock in. He struck you out 2 or 3 times, which
he did.
It's hard for me to do that. I think it was the location and command on his pitches. He was hitting. He's
pretty strong. He's a wrestler, or used to be. I don't know if he does. I don't know if he still is. I don't know if he wrestled at some point. So he's strong. So he can pitch hard. He can hit hard if he gets good contact.
Yeah, for sure. Although it was only hit during the tournament, it was like 2 feet, but
a dribbler.
Yeah, it's fine. I think next year if he shows up, he'll get used to it and put up some numbers. All right, my turn. So this player that I'm thinking of actually only played 1 game and a third, maybe. I don't know. He played like 3 innings total, and you guys probably thought he was absolutely trash because he actually had an injury where he had to pitch. Well, it was his dominant arm was not good, so he had to pitch with his left arm.
He had like a torn ligament in his right shoulder.
Yeah. So, yeah, he had to pitch with his left arm. He had to bat with 1 arm. And I've played blitzball. Actually, I'll just say the name and then I'll explain more. So this is Jonah. He's number 10 on the rankings. And I think he could be higher. He'll definitely up his rank. I'm sure of it. Like throughout 2025, I think he'll pass up some guys like Leo and Wyatt, maybe Noah. Because I've seen him. I've played blitzball with him before. He can throw gas. He's got some other pitches he can throw. I don't know about accuracy. He'll probably get used to that as he throws blitzballs more and more. But his hitting can be good. I mean, Owen, is there anything you want to add?
No, we just haven't really seen him at his full potential. I mean, yeah, he's going to be one of those players that's going to be able to come to a lot of games now, because he's always looking for something to do. So I'm sure he'll be able to show up to most of his games.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that.
That'd be one of his biggest traits is just availability.
Yeah, I want to see if I can get him 2nd round in the draft, maybe.
He's gonna be a gem in the late rounds.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but during batting practice, at our tournament that we were at, he had to bat with one hand in his batting
He
practice. I
hit
know,
like
but
a
he hit an absolute
bomb.
bomb. And
Insane.
so, what can he do with two hands? We shall see.
Yeah.
All right, Owen, do you have another guy?
All right. My second player, we've seen him play in 2 tournaments so far. Uh, he he doesn't really have much for pitching, although he is a real good full speed pitcher. Plays baseball. He's a real good baseball player. He can bring out the bats when you need him to. He is number 5 on our ranking. I'm talking about Will. Will, of course, baseball player. He's a pretty good baseball player. He's real accurate with the blitzball. He seems to be able to translate the baseball game into blitzball pretty well, and I'm sure he'll be able to do that more. So he could be one of those players that climbs up maybe a spot or two here in the 2025 season.
Yeah, I think he could pass me, maybe Leon up. He could climb these rankings if he starts to get really locked into throwing, pitching, of course. And we've seen his bat. He's got potential. There was a play where he hit a pop up and he pimped it, but I don't even know what he was doing.
Yeah,
But it was a pop up. But when you look at the angle from like the GoPro, he missed that thing,
he
missed
barely
crushing that thing by
a hair.
a hair. He almost crushed that thing. And there's been other moments where he's hit the ball hard. So you got to expect to be good next year if he shows up.
Yep. All right.
All right,
One final player.
I have one final player. You might not be thinking the number 4 player in the league is under the radar, but he's definitely a player to watch because he's a really good baseball player. And I'm talking about Drew. So, Drew, the thing is, I don't think you could really tell how he was playing by the games he played in that first tournament. If you watched it, like, you probably didn't think number 4 player in the league immediately because he didn't have that strong of a showing, but he had a triple. He had some strikeouts on the mound. I mean, he played solid, and I think he could just go up because he's a really good baseball player. He's a lefty on the mound, which is unique. I think if we went to a tournament, we basically already have him locked as our 4th guy to come with us. So I just think he could break out in 2024.
Yeah.
First overall pick, watch.
Oh, there you go. First overall pick, watch is right.
First overall pick, watch.
Yeah, I don't really got much to add. I mean, he's been trying to experiment with some different pitches. You know,
If he throws your screwball from the
I've
lefty
worked
side,
with him a little bit on curveballs and stuff,
really,
and
okay.
he's getting there. I think he'll definitely be there by the end of the season. Just as he's able to, kind of get in the swing of things. But some unfortunate news about Mr. Drew. He has broken his thumb.
Seriously?
Broke his thumb skiing, so he's out of baseball for a couple months. I think 2 months.
Oh shoot,
6 to 8 weeks.
That's new news for me.
It was new news for me as well. So maybe this will change something. Maybe he'll be able to play a little bit of blitzball before baseball starts back up for him. Hopefully,
yeah.
I really do hope. So
Well, I hope
yeah,
for a quick recovery for him. Hopefully he can get back on track for baseball and
yeah.
other activities like blitzball. So, yeah.
All right, a final segment. It's different. It's gonna be a game show. Colin, why don't you just go ahead and screen share that wheel?
We shall
circle.
screen share. This might take a bit, but it didn't take long at
I'll
all.
go.
I got it.
So basically, here's how it's gonna be. We got a wheel. We got some players' names on it. You may have seen TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, whatever it may be. The games where you get a random player and you try to make the best possible player or best possible team by using that player. So you're gonna put, maybe I'll get Will and I'll choose to put him at my contact hitting because we're gonna have 5 categories: contact hitting, power hitting, fastball throwing, and off speed throwing, pitching, and we also got fielding in there. So 5 categories. We each get 5 players, and we just got to put them. We just got to make the best possible player out of those 5 players using each one of those 5 traits. Colin, take it away.
I'm telling you, I'm going to build the best player you've ever seen. All right. Here we go. We're going to do our first spin here. And
Is this me or you?
This is for me. I'll start.
This is for Colin.
And I'm going to get Will.
Oh.
That's a good start. Will is a pretty versatile player. I think the best bet here It's probably to go with his defense. I mean, plays good defense in baseball. I don't know how well that would translate, but I think he's probably like an old reliable out there, especially since he's on
Yeah,
a
I
good baseball
agree.
team. So
He can
we'll
move.
take
He'll get
Will's
in the right spot.
defense. All right. Oh, and this is your spin. The
My
wheel is
first
spinning,
play.
and you've got Leon.
Oh, obvious pick. I'm going with Leon's off speed. Easily the best curveball in the league, and yeah, just his off speed already off to a great start.
Here's my second spin, and I'm gonna please get myself. I think I got myself. I got myself. Actually, I don't know if I want myself, but I think my self glaze here. I think my bat to ball skills are pretty good. I have the second best batting average in the league, I'm pretty sure.
You
So
do?
I think I'm gonna take my contact hitting.
I think that's the right choice.
Yeah.
That's the right choice.
All right, Owen, here's your second spin. And you're gonna get Will.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Will's contact.
Will's
Contact hitting.
contact.
He's a baseball player. He's there. He's got the contact. That's kind of all I got. Will's contact hitting is great. He's a great hitter. Yeah, I got Will's contact.
All right, good choice. Here's my third spin. I've got power hitting, fastballs, and off speed left, and I got Jonah.
Got Jonah.
Jonah. Oh, where do I go with this? I don't know about
Power hitting and you're pitching.
yeah. I don't love the off speed on this one. I like the other two, both like solid. Like I can get better fastballs. I could get your fastball. Honestly though, your
Like
fastball,
honestly, his best trait is what you've already picked. This
yeah,
is not where you want to be.
yeah, his defense is good. And his contact hitting is good too. So this is a rough pick. I think his fastball is good, but I'm gonna have to go with his power hitting here.
Yeah, it's fine. I think that's fine.
It's solid power
So you have
hitting.
your pitching left.
I have
What
my
do I get?
pitching left. This is Owen's third spin.
I
And
have fastballs.
he's gonna
Uh,
get Noah.
I'm going with Noah's power hitting. Noah only hits power. If Noah makes contact with the ball is going 300 feet.
Yeah, that's a good choice. That's a good choice. Now we got to get somebody else's fair ball hitting so he can hit it fair.
There you go.
Okay. Here's my fourth spin. I have both my pitching ones left, fastballs and off speed. And I like this. I've got Drew for my fourth, and
Just
I'm gonna
don't
take
pick
his
wrong.
fastball.
There you
It's a
go.
lefty fastball. It looks like it's gonna hit you as a righty, and yeah, not much
Yeah,
more to say.
that is right. That is
Here's
the correct.
Owens. Yeah. Here's Owens' fourth spin. What do you have left, Owen?
I have fastballs and fielding.
Gotcha. All right. And there's gonna be another Jonah.
I'm gonna take Jonas fielding.
Great choice.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So you have your off speed, and I have fastballs.
All right. This is gonna be my off speed. Wow.
That
Okay.
is, that is a solid player.
It's okay. It's okay.
You have created a solid player.
For the people on the podcast who can't see this, the person I got for off speed was myself. So I
You got to
don't
call.
love my off speed. I think I could work on it a lot more. I've actually been working on it. My curveball's getting better.
Yep.
Rising slider is probably the best thing I have there.
And for my fastballs, who do I get?
Owen's fastball hitter. He's gonna want to get himself too, and he's
myself.
gonna get. Oh, he almost got himself, but he gets Leon.
That's fine. Leon has good fastballs.
Yeah, well, he's got like two, but
two out of his four pitches.
Two out of his three.
Oh yeah. He's got a riser that he can locate pretty well, and then he's got his weird drop ball thing that moves real well. So I'm fine with that. I have Leon's pitching, Noah's power hitting, Will's contact, and Jonas fielding. It's all right.
Oh yeah, you just have all of Leon's pitching.
I have Leon's.
Gotta hope he locks in. All right.
And what do you got?
So I've got my contact hitting and Jonah's power hitting. I've got Drew's fastballs, my off speed, and then Will's defense.
Let's go a quick battle. Do we go Leon's pitching or Drew's power or Drew's fastball and Collins off speed?
I don't
I
know.
think
I like Leon's
I
off
think
speed
I
better, but I like
definitely win the
Drew's.
contact.
What?
I win the contact. Like my player wins the contact or not what am I saying, Owen? Jeez, buddy. I win the curveballs, the off speed.
Yeah, the curveballs you win. I'm not a good. I mean, I think
And
my
I'll
main
give it
pitches
a
are.
tie. I'll give it a tie for the
No, it's not a tie. It's truly not a tie. Leon's curveball is insane.
the fastballs.
What?
Fastballs is
Oh,
a
yeah.
tie.
I thought you were.
Fastballs is a tie.
I thought you were like.
Drew has much faster fastballs, but Leon's fastballs move more than Drew's fastballs.
Yeah, and
So
it
it's a
helps Drew
tie.
a little bit that he's a lefty.
So
But yeah,
Colin's
tie.
record is 0-1-1.
Yeah.
My record is 1-0-1. Moving on to contact hitting.
I think I solo here. I got myself.
Did you get your contact hitting?
Yeah, I got my contact.
Your contact versus Will's
Will's.
contact. It's gonna be Collin. So we are all tied up, 1-1-1.
1-1-1.
Who is gonna go ahead and take this one? Power hitting, Noah or Jonah?
Noah or
That's
Jonah?
an easy one.
What?
That's an easy one. Power hitting. Who wins? Noah or Jonah?
Noah.
Noah wins.
Except
Absolutely.
Jonah's a sneaky guy to watch out for next year. He could
Yep.
definitely up his power
I am
hitting.
2-1-1. Collin
And
is
it's up to the
1-2-1.
defense.
Going into fielding.
Your defense
I have
is.
Jonah. Who do you have?
I have Will. I like both.
Will versus Jonah. Who has won?
I don't know, honestly. I think both of them are good. I think Will's better.
Will is better, and fielding just doesn't mean as much, so it's tougher to see, you know?
I mean, we haven't seen either of them make a play with a blitzball.
I think I'm the only one in all of TC Blitzball who has made any play with the ball, and it was safe.
I don't even remember when. I know there were a few with in the Mallards.
It was the first
Lumberjacks game.
I think it might have been. I
know there was a play.
It was like second game 2 or 3.
Okay, there was a game in the there was a play in the Mallards Lumberjacks game where the ball hit to me at the pitcher's mound, and it went off my fingers, and then I got it back and I flipped to Leon at third. That's the
I think Will's going to be a little better fielding. So we tied.
Well, if you want to know who ends up winning this, watch out for a game posted on YouTube. And
I don't think this is going to happen.
I don't think that's possible.
We can't just combine people.
We can't just say, "Hey, Will, can you hit for contact only?"
And Noah, can you only
just swing as hard as you can and hit the ball?
Yeah. And Jonah, can you just only field? Like don't hit, just only field.
Just field. That's all I need.
I mean, we could do that, but that would just be mean.
Yeah.
You don't even get to pitch. Just field.
Just have me throw rising sliders.
Yeah.
Rising sliders.
All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for this first episode of TC Blitzball Podcast.
Yeah, and if you're watching this, please comment. Don't just be like, "Oh, yeah, it was a good video," but I'm not gonna leave a comment. We honestly appreciate the comments more than likes. Yeah, just comment what you think of this. If you want more episodes of this, if you actually enjoyed it, and we'll just see how this does. And hope you enjoyed.